Last spring, I was cross-country skiing and hit rocks in April and fractured my right shoulder. And then I've been having some problems running with my right ankle, lack of dorsiflexion, and they found some bony impingements that they said if we removed, then I would have better flexibility because it was impacting my running, my skiing, walking up and down stairs. So both those things happened, and the shoulder unfortunately resulted in frozen shoulder. So when I came to see you in September, I could not lift my hand above my waist with a straight arm. So that was really hard. It was hard to sleep, and I couldn't do any sports that I love. It was frustrating for sure. Yeah. And then, it's funny, you don't realize how much your social circles are around sports and our family activities. What we love to do as a family centers around sports. So yeah, it's tough. Well, the ankle wasn't improving as much as we thought it would. And then the shoulder was getting worse. And so I was speaking with my physio, Sarah Meredith, and I was doing her exercises, and that was amazing. But she told me that this could last for 2 years. And I was like, wait, that's not going to go well. And so my husband, Johnny, had been working out with you. And my girlfriend, Sandy, had always spoken about your program and how excellent it was. And I said to Sarah, what do you think of Neil Fox? Maybe I should go and see him and see if he can figure out how to move this shoulder and get it back on track. And she thought it was a brilliant idea. But what we did find, and John went through your program too, and we both felt that it just felt good. It feels really good. And the mobility that I got in my shoulder, it went from a pain scale of about 9 out of 10, because it hurt even to turn in the middle of the night or to take a fork out of the drawer, to 0 in 3 months. And the ankle is doing better. So that's a longer haul, as you know, because the tendons and muscles are still very tight and trying to protect that joint. But yeah, no, the running is going well. My skiing this year is much better in terms of getting the proper forward lean and getting right over my skis. I couldn't do that before. So skiing with my hips more forward, which is super important. It's pretty darn cool. I feel like I'm ready again. When I was younger, I am running, it sounds kind of hard to describe, but I'm running out of my hips. I used to sink into my hips, and I felt like I was almost hunched over, and my cadence was getting slower, and I was losing the bounce in my running. It felt very flat, and I was slapping my feet. And now I love that saying that you can't shoot a cannon from a canoe. So true. Agreed. In running, if you can, bounce off the ground and push properly and have the proper strength in your core to hold yourself, your cadence and your running it's I don't know, how would you say it's spongy? I didn't realize how I like the strength with the balance combined, and that is huge for me, is that core strength with working balance. I find that probably the most helpful. I used to do sit-ups and all sorts of Pilates, which has been great, but I really like the addition of the bands with balance and strength. It's such a great overall feel, whereas pumping weights never really did it for me. It felt very one-dimensional, didn't feel very useful. And I didn't want extra muscle that isn't useful, but it feels like everything that we do, I can see how it translates to better movement patterns and stronger movements. Johnny and I have some longer trail runs planned for the summer that we'd like to do. And I am looking forward to a really great cross-country ski season next year with them. I don't have a fear of failure. I have a fear of not trying.